Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of LEGO Weaponry, as I've made another weapon from Far Cry 4 for you guys. Oh yes, I think this has been a suggestion in the comment section for quite a while now, so yes, thank you for that person who suggested me this weapon in the first place. And fair enough, this has been a hard weapon to make at first, due to the fact I was in a short amount of time to make this weapon, just because I've been busy doing other things, and this weapon, it was hard to make because of the pump and everything else, because due to the fact it's a grenade launcher and the barrel is underneath instead of the top, which is kind of strange, but I figured out on how it works, and it's kind of basic, but it's tricky to do when it comes to Lego. So either way, let's have a look at this good old weapon. So, here it is. Oh yes, and I believe this is called the GL-94. Well, actually, in real life, this is called the GM-94. Oh yes, I think it's due to copyright law and all that stuff, due to the developers of Far Cry 4. So that's why they changed the name a bit, so that they won't get a strike or something like that. So either way, let's have a look at the comparisons as well as the facts about this weapon, because I'm kind of curious on its backstory and all that stuff. But I don't think this will be a popular weapon, so there won't be as much facts about it either way. But all I know about it is, I think it's Russian, and it's been used either for close quarters due to its size, and it could be used for riot control or something like that, because it's a grenade launcher. And I think it fires different multiple types of grenades and all that stuff, but I don't know which. But either way, let's have a look at the facts and the comparisons between the real version and this Lego version. So, let's have a look, shall we? They're kind of close with the comparisons in a way, so yes, either way, let's have a look at the features of this particular grenade launcher. First things first, now you may be realising, where is the stock on this thing? Well, unfortunately I couldn't make it just because I thought to myself it would be weak to actually have as a Lego thing on this model, obviously, but just because it's like a skeleton, well, not a skeleton, but it's like a skinny type of stock, and it folds and everything else, so I need like hinges and all that stuff just to make it fold and sit upright. But either way, I thought to myself, it might be too weak to the point where it's just pointless for having it on there. So yeah, unfortunately I've decided to take it off. And yeah, well, there are some GL-94 grenade launchers out there that have no stocks on there. I don't know, but that's just my estimate and theory. So yeah, so anyway, let's have a look at the other areas and all that stuff. So anyway, here's the sighting, where you get to show the diameter and the distance and all that stuff, because this is a grenade launcher and all. You need to figure out how far your grenade would go and all that stuff. So yes, I'll try my best with it. It may be a little bit too big compared to the Far Cry 4 version, but you know, I'll try my best due to its Lego form and everything else. So yes, I don't know what this part is. I don't know if this would be a rear sight or an iron sight or something like that, but I just added it there for detail and all that stuff. So yeah, that goes down between that, and yes, full sight. Now, when I first saw this grenade launcher in Far Cry 4, I thought at first that this was the barrel, which would be kind of obvious, but no. This bottom part here, which is also the pump, is also the barrel, which is confusing in a way. So yes, I finally figured out on how it works. Well, technically, this is the ammo storage where the grenades line up and everything else. So what you do, oh yes, here's the lid for it. This is where you put more grenades in once this gun's empty. It's like you put that up. And as you may tell, there's like a huge hole there for grenades. And unfortunately, I couldn't make grenades just because, well, as I would make a grenade, there would be like a small cylinder shape, just so that they can fit in nicely there, which is like 2 studs wide. And that wouldn't be big enough due to the grenade size. So yeah, unfortunately I had to leave that out and just carry on with the whole grenade thing. Well, grenade launcher thing. So yeah, at least you see the hole here, that's for sure. So anyway. As I was saying, grenades line up here, like so. I think this grenade launcher holds a capacity of either 2 or 3 grenades. So, yeah, it may not be much, but it might be worth it in the end. So, yeah, to use them wisely, that's what I would say. You know, consume your grenades as you wield this weapon. So, yes. Anyway, yes, trigger right here, pistol grip, trigger guard. And, oh yes, here's the end of the barrel. This is where the grenades come out, everything else, so... Yes, and, well, this was, well, like I've said, this was a hard weapon to make at first, just because it was a pump-action grenade launcher, and it goes forward instead of back. Because I'm more familiar with the China Lake. Now, I don't know if you've heard of that grenade launcher. Well, it's a grenade launcher that is featured in Black Ops 1 when you play the Vietnam mission or something like that. It's like you're on this like car or something like that, and you're shooting like the enemies that are coming your way or something like that. It's like you blow them up and everything else, or you're probably escaping. Anyway, you use the China Lake in that game, I know that for sure. It has a pump-action grenade launcher, and it's kind of similar to the Thumper, which is another grenade launcher, but it isn't pump action, it's more like a break action where you load it in the breech and everything else. So, well, load it in the chamber, obviously. So, yes, anyway, this is the pump, obviously, and this is where the empty grenades come out. Well, cartridges or whatever you call them out and everything else. That's the breech, and that's where the grenades sit and be ready to be collected. It's like you pull that back, and as that goes back, that collects the grenade and it sits that way. So yeah, it's kind of a basic concept in a way, but it was kind of difficult to make due to its pump action. So yes, if you're wondering how I've made this pump, well, if I don't mind, well, I need to take this out for a minute. Yes, I have broken up my gun for the first time ever, so, well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Anyway, here's the pump itself. Yes, it's a separate piece, and what I did was, well, as you may tell here, like so, and, well, it's being blocked by this piece just because, well, without this piece, it would just carry on going backwards, and the whole thing would come off. So, yes, either way, this is what supports this pump. It's like this piece goes at the bottom of this, well, this main piece here, and well, technically it just keeps this sitting upright and all that stuff. So yeah, but it goes the other way instead of back and forwards. So yeah, anyway, we put this piece back into place so that this won't go anywhere and all that stuff. So yes, either way, this goes on here like so, and yeah, pretty basic in a way, but it was kind of hard to figure out at first, but I eventually got there in the end, and yeah, so on and so forth. Anyway, this is all I have time for you guys, unfortunately, today. But join me tomorrow, that is, as I'll be making a made-up weapon once again. Oh yes, this is for the 3rd time, that is. And, well, I may have made a Mark II pistol that I've showed you guys last week, that is. And, well, like I've promised you, I might be making a Mark I pistol just to show you the development of the pistol and everything else. So, either way, I will be making that pistol at some point. Well, obviously tomorrow, that is. So, yes, join me tomorrow for that. But either way, hopefully this episode is worth your time. And if so, don't forget to leave a like or a comment down below on what you think of this episode. It should help me a lot. But if you really liked it, might subscribe to my channel to keep the channel going. It should help me a lot as well. Oh yes, keep up to date with videos that I do as well. Oh yes, feel free. Well anyway, I don't know if you've heard of a difference between my voice and now, well, and before. It's like, well, I've got a bit of a cold coming. It's becoming a little bit more worse than it was before. It's like the fact I've been out more, well, a couple of times, and it's been cold outside, even though it's sunny. Well, a couple of days before that was. I got a cold coming, it's no good, you know, I need to do videos for you guys, you know, but then again, you'll probably be shouting at me, saying, oh, you shouldn't force yourself, you know, take a break, take a breather, you know, you shouldn't force yourself. But either way, I really want to get these done, you know, just for your benefit and mine too, you know, so that I won't have to worry about them in the future, and keep you guys waiting for extra long hours and days and all that stuff, so... yeah, may have a bit of an illness coming along, but, you know, it's not that major, that's what I'd say. I can still carry on with weapons, but it's not too major with the illness thing, so, yeah, see you later. So, yes, this is all I have time for you guys today. So, anyway, about my Twitch account. Now, this may not be too relevant to this type of video and all, but I'd just like to mention my Twitch account, just to give you a quick reminder and all that stuff. So, anyway, I don't know if I'll be using Twitch every now and then, just because, well, I need to think of plans for that Twitch and all that stuff, so, yes, so, well, I would like to do live streams, which will be like an hour or two or something like that, but it's just knowing what to do in those live streams, you know, have like a review or something like that, but... I don't know, you know, feel free to give me ideas of what I could do on my Twitch account, you know, because I'm a little bit stuck, you know, but feel free, you know, decide for yourselves on whatever you want to help out or not. So, yes, it may not be that important in your lives, or not as much as mine, but, you know, I'd just like to let you guys know on what's happening with my Twitch and all that stuff. Well, not literally my Twitch, I don't have a Twitch. Anyway. Yes, join me tomorrow, that is. I'll be making a made-up weapon for the 3rd time, that is. And as always, enjoy the rest of your days. Oh yes, before I go, I keep forgetting to mention this all the time, but, you know, either way, if you're new around the channel, you know, welcome. Feel free to have a look around videos I've done in the past, or around every now and then. So, yes, feel free to have a look around. I'm sorry for keeping you guys waiting for another week, for another episode to come along. And, well, hopefully, well, like I've said already, hopefully this was worth your time. It may not have certain features that you've expected, like the grenade itself and the foldable stock, but either way, I couldn't make those due to the time that I had and everything else. So, yes, anyway, enough of me yapping on and making this video too long for what it is, and as always, enjoy the rest of your days. Salute!